Like what the hell? I was like, that it's amazing, really, to have a structure like that. Like just
Well,
it
it's
was
all
there. It was never touched,
Yeah.
and that's what happened. It's there.
it's water erosion, and for again, yeah, but you're right. Like that's people just don't touch it, and
It's like
the
two things like this, but they're like super high. We're like itty bitty
Yeah.
down here, and it's just like these big old fucking mountains that like it feels like if you pushed on it,
yeah.
it's so fragile that it'll just.
Bam. Well, dude, like I read or listened to, I should say, this Egypt documentary, and about the Sphinx and why, like, there's so many anomalies about the Sphinx that are just like we can only speculate unless somebody invents a time machine. We can only speculate.
Yeah.
So,
Assume how they.
Right. So they're like, okay, this where the pyramids of Giza is and where the Sphinx is doesn't make sense because the Egyptians were they were very mathematically up to date, and they just
Symmetrical, I guess?
they're symmetrical. Yes, that's what I mean. So where the Sphinx is and where the pyramids of Giza is and where this one little path goes, the path from where the pharaohs lived or where the pyramids lived, I don't remember, but you would think just being symmetrical, it would go straight down. This path would go straight down, but it didn't. It went sideways, like it went like
Diagonal?
diagonally, and everybody's like, why did it do that? Every road, everything else is like straight or nice and neat, and that one's just like, you know what I mean? And they're like, okay, so that was a questionable thing. Like that was way after the pyramids, or it was before the pyramids, and they made a road to the pyramids from the Sphinx. So they don't know yet, or at least that's what I remember. I could be absolutely wrong, which I 99% of the time am. Then there was another thing where the head of the Sphinx was very small. So back in the day, they used to worship felines and lions and all this stuff. So they're thinking that lions actually used to live in Egypt, which is not far-fetched because Egypt is in Africa. Africa has African lions and so on and so forth. So they're thinking they used to be up there as well. So they're thinking it used to be a lion's head on this feline of a body. Because what other animal has that kind of body out there? I mean, maybe the hyena. But other than that, like it doesn't really have that body,
like a
lion,
tiger, or
yeah,
a lion.
right. So they're like
cat.
they were thinking it was a lion's head first, and then this one dude, like he was the gangster of gangsters when it came to running Egypt, and he was so egotistical, I guess is the word. Like I don't
put
think
his head on the lion.
So he was like, I want my face on there, and then they did it. And then there's another thing with the broken nose, and I'm like, whatever. But the coolest thing about all of these things that are just like, what if? We all know Egypt is dry as shit. Yeah. It is a desert, right? It's just sand, and
more sand.
So, the thing that this Egyptologist was studying was the footings of the Sphinx and all this jazz, and all of a sudden he goes, if you look at these lines, you can look at cliffs, you can look at all this stuff. This is called water erosion. Yeah. Water erosion in Egypt. You see what I mean? And I'm like, oh my God. Like, it blew my mind. I'm like, holy shit, there was fucking water erosion on this big ass thing. So there was water constantly surrounding it, or like there could have been a potential ocean there.
Yeah. That's crazy.
What? You know what I mean? Like, it freaked me out.
If you watch, like, is the Nile in Egypt?
Yes.
Yeah, like big bodies of water.
That's where Moses was sent down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But, like, big bodies of water, like...
Right.
And I'm just amazed at the structure itself, like how straight it is, like, straight up.
Yeah, like and...
Mythbusters did... What the hell?
They did that pyramid.
Yeah, they did like how they
myths.
move these big blocks to even get them to one place to another, and then they used their tools, and try to make it like flush,
right.
you know?
Yeah, and I'm sorry guys, I'm trying to adjust my seat and I can't do it without hitting the table. But super uncomfortable. Hold on. I'm actually choosing this chair.
Oh, it's the Sphinx of Giza.
Yeah. Well, the pyramids of Giza and the Sphinx of Giza is all right there. This is so much better. Okay, so yeah, so they were talking about the water erosion, and MythBusters did do like the power of the pyramids, but yeah, whatever.
Father of Drought.
Okay, so Mike looked up the Great Sphinx of Giza. But who is it after? It was after, with the lion's body and a human head. It's facing directly west to east. It stands on the Giza Plateau. La 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 la.
Bank of the Nile in Giza.
Khafre. That's the guy.
Khafre.
So he was like the gangster of gangsters. So he did probably the most, in my opinion. I mean, I have to rewatch that documentary, but he did the most like notable things in Egypt. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
But hey everybody, welcome to Modesty for Ugly People. It's your boy Big Daddy Dominic Alvarez. Of course, joining me, Mike. What had happened was Marrera. Mike turned into Dominic for a night Marrera. That's a story in itself, ladies and gentlemen. We will get to that. But no, I did. It's cool, man. Because what we do, power of the internet and power of just fucking common sense. Look at that.
Dude, it was like pretty much buried.
So Mike found pictures of the Sphinx of Giza. It was buried almost up to its neck. Like go back to that one picture. We'll put pictures up. So it was wow. Okay, so it was buried above the forepaws, the front paws that we know of today. And if you look at it, it looks way more eroded back then. When was this? Brooklyn Museum Archive. So it's a picture of the Brooklyn Museum.
This is 1870s.
So the 1870s, it looks way more eroded than it is nowadays. So, but they have been known to restore a lot of stuff. But there's a bunch of lines that you could see right there that some Egyptologists, archaeologists would say that was water erosion. Like it was. But if you look at the cliffs in San Diego, Sunset Cliffs, you can see water erosion. You can see where the ocean used to go or where the rocks used to be.
The different lines.
Right. Same thing. It's the same difference or same thing right here.
That with the cliffs, like you see the lines of the water or whatever, but those could have been like because obviously the stone probably got brittle or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Because of the dryness. So I mean, not necessarily saying that it was water there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know, but if that's true, holy Lord.
I'm just thinking like as they were uncovering it, pieces were brittle and they kind of accidentally,
okay. You know, of course, sand blasting across the okay. No, that makes sense. But man, dude,
crazy,
I encourage everybody to listen to that documentary or watch that documentary.
What was the documentary?
It was just the
I want to go there, man. Like
you want to go? You want to go to Egypt?
Yeah, just to like visit, like just to say I've been there and like see all these things.
Did you know?
Because it's one thing to see it on the internet or see it on a documentary, but to actually be there and be like, oh shit, I'm standing where millions of like Jewish slaves or just slaves were like building this shit.
So you're pro-slavery.
For a king.
Pro-slavery.
No.
Gotcha.
No.
So anyway, but you know there's pyramids bigger than this.
Well, yeah.
And do you... Oh. You know.
No, I mean, like, I'm sure there are. Like, I don't fucking hate this.
Well, please continue. But no, there's bigger pyramids, and guess where?
Where?
Underwater.
Oh yeah.
So if you look up,
everybody knows the city of Atlantis.
Duh, Dominic. But if you look up the pyramids underwater, like Google that real quick, they're actually bigger than the pyramids of Giza. And I learned about that via Pinterest. And I don't know if it's true. Mike's going to find out right now with his one finger typing, who you heard a couple episodes ago. Clickety clack.
Man, fuck you.
So the pyramids of glass submerged in the Bermuda Triangle.
Oh, Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I found out a couple other things.
Damn, but look at this picture. We're looking at a picture.
Well, that's a sandcastle. Somebody made. Yeah, you're an idiot.
I was like, what? That shit
See,
is
you're
detailed.
you're those motherfuckers that believe everything they see real quick.
I just saw it and looked at it.
No, yeah. So the pyramids of glass is there's these they almost look like the Aztecan or the Mexican, if you want to call it. I think it's the Mayan, right? Mayan pyramids. Yeah. That one's in London. No, not that one.
The fuck?
No, I think you were right though. No, just go back. You fucked that up. Yeah, so those ones, and they're way bigger than the pyramids of Giza.
They kind of look like the ones that are in Mexico, like the.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like the Mayan, or what is it, Mayan or Aztecan? One of the two. But it looks similar to that. Mayan. And then like my coworker turned me on to this thing called the lines of Nazteca. The lines of Nazteca. So, but they're literally thousands of years old, or hundreds of years old. These lines that were engraved in the road. You can see modern day roads that are there, or dirt paths, if you'd say, with just cars going and compacting the dirt. But these lines are only distinguishable if you're in a plane. And it's confirmed that they're super old, beyond our time. Mike's looking it up again. Look at you on point today, son. The lines of I think it's Nazteca. There it is, right there. Or go back. There, Peru. Nazca, Peru. Sorry, guys. So there's these lines. There's a monkey. There's a spider. There's a bird. There's what they call the astronaut. Okay, so this is a legit person. Go ahead and click on this one, Mike, please. Or that one. That one's even better. Okay, so Mike's looking up. Okay, so if you're in a plane, as in a jet that goes on combustible fuel, modern day. When was the plane invented? In the 1900s. Okay, so only distinguishable via way in the sky. Yet these people have made intricate drawings thousands of years ago or hundreds of years ago in the ground that you could still see to this day.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
So that one is what they call the astronaut. It looks like a human. He has a hand like a human.
It looks like an alien, really.
Mike Marrero, you hit where I was going, son. Yeah. So, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, that's all kind of fiction and stuff like that. But
what? That shit is true.
Yeah, no, it totally is. I mean, I didn't. Yeah, right. No, but all in all, we have these things like the pyramids and the pyramid underwater and the Nazca lines.
Even the what do you call it? The crop circles or.
No, that's a fraud. That's a fraud.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's a fraud. It's a guy that went out with a 2x4 and with rope, and he just kind of did his thing.
But he made that shit perfect, dude.
Oh, it was skill, dude.
What the fuck?
But I'm sure if you go up to it, it's all jacked up. But from the planes, oh man, it looks great, right? And the same thing with these lines. That's clearly a monkey. That's clearly a bird. That's clearly a spider.
Clearly a plane. It's Superman.
And how big are they? How big are those lines? They're like a mile something long, right? Now, who in their right mind will do that kind of art for that big and that long ago? So the Nazca Desert in Peru, the designs or shallow lines made in the ground removed by reddish pebbles. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, it doesn't say how big they are.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
But these things are real. They're very real, and we cannot explain them whatsoever. Even with modern technology and people knowing what they know. What is that one? I've never seen that one. I don't know what that one is. But yeah, we can't explain a lot of shit that happened back then, that people did things for survival, and you know what I mean? They had to eat, they had to drink, and they had to live. Nowadays, they didn't have fucking Google. They didn't have all this. Yeah,
dude, I was just thinking about the other day, when I was making a delivery or whatever. I'm like, man, I'd be fucked if I didn't have fucking like
GPS,
Google.
yeah.
Well, I mean, no, I wouldn't be, because I know how to read a Thomas guide.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, without that Thomas guide, I'd be like, holy shit.
Someone had to walk the lines.
And,
you know,
and
someone
I was
had
like
to discover
thinking,
it
I was
first.
like, man, what if we had to like the only way we were able to find like directions or get directions were if somebody physically told us, or just by like going in that general direction, knowing that like Kmart is over there or Walmart is over there.
Yeah.
You go in that general direction, and as soon as you feel like you're getting close, then start asking people, and they kind of like, like kind of
I mean,
direct you towards that area, and then you find.
See, and that's the funny thing that you say that about about like the pyramids and all this stuff. Think of what Polynesian people. I mean, okay, I'll say it for Mike's pleasure. I'm not Polynesian. I thought I was. I'm not. And for some reason, Mike gets his jollies off of me saying that. but back then,
He's
how they
Polynesian, falsified, Nesian,
whatever, man. But back then, they had to navigate via the North Star, and that's it. They had the brightest star in the fucking sky.
They're like, well, that's north.
And they're like, well, that doesn't move. Watch this. Hold on. Hey, Mike. I'm gonna walk over there. Tell me if it moves. He walks your ass over there with a torch, and he'd be like,
Tom, where are you?
Did it move?
No.
Oh, man. All right. You know what I mean? They had to trial and error but for us, trial and error doesn't mean what trial and error meant back then.
Back in the day.
They could not eat those berries, son. They could be like, oh, this is not poisonous. They just eat the poisonous berries.
I think about that all the time. I'm like, man, who looked at this plant and was like, I'm gonna try to put it in my mouth and eat it.
I think it's instinct, though. I think it's if you really want to look at a human's instinct, look at a baby. Yeah. Watch a baby. They don't know anything, but I'm hungry or I'm uncomfortable, and that is pretty much it. So when they're hungry, or when they become of age where they're mobile, they start putting things in their mouth. They'll chew, and they go like, oh, that's not what it is.
Well, yeah,
you know what I mean. Like that is a life or death trial and error.
It just sucks for all them people that fucking ate the bad berries and was like,
yeah.
Ooh. And fucking just like croak right there, like, oh shit.
Oh man!
Like that's why I like the cartoon, the Croods, because they kind of like talk about that. And like, because they had to be scared because they don't know what's going on, and those people that try to be brave ended up dying or being eaten. So it's just funny because I'm like, fuck, dude, like. How much trial and error did we go through just to get to where we were?
Thousands of years, man. Long
How many bodies are like fucking like? I shouldn't have ate that.
But you know what? There's a freeing element about that. There is a freeing element about that. I mean, yes, thank the Lord Jesus or Buddha, whatever you believe in, for sanitation. Okay, we know to wash our hands. We know to flush the toilet and wipe our ass. But back in the day, there's something freeing about like your tummy hurts and you don't have any clothes on. You just go, hey guys, wait.
Hey, and just spews all over your legs.
Just see.
Oh, he smells.
Hey, man, we're trying to hunt here. You're making all of these fucking elk noises, and we're going after mammoths. Okay, you're scaring them off. Go fight, dude. Tim. Who brought Tim? You know his tummy ate, right? Who brought Tim? Mike? You bring Tim?
He was hungry.
I thought we could use the help.
Tim. He was the bait.
Fucking Tim doo-dooing himself. See, when did embarrassment become part of our lives?
Well, I mean, obviously, like the whole. I mean,
but again, look at a baby though. Look at a baby
though. Garden of Eden story. Adam and Eve and the whole. Oh my God, you're naked. I'm naked. Oh shit. Let's cover each other. But. But yeah, like even like caveman days is like
even when they didn't do that and they were eating normal food.
Even now with those
Adam had to doo or play with himself somewhere, and Eve was all up like, "What you doing? Hey, get out of here, man! This is my part of the garden. Stay on your side of the garden." What is that like, Mike? What is that like when it's just you and her? That's it. The Lord, the Lord.
You asking me like
I don't know. But okay, but you're a little more religious than I am. I don't believe in any of that stuff. You know, if you want to believe in that, great. That's not my. You know, whatever. I just don't think that's it. But if you read it, if you really do read the Bible, I have, and I'm not saying I remember because it was like here and there.
It's crazy. I've actually downloaded the Bible app and like because you can put it on a setting where you just press play. And it'll read the Bible to you. Oh, and I just sat there and just like listen to what.
I gotta download that. I want to do that again.
Yeah, it just like reads out the Bible because you have different like King James, and all that stuff. You have the actual one that's just like, what the hell is this person talking about?
And
yeah. And then you have more of like the Bible for the dummies. Where
this motherfucker said, hey, I should read let Big Daddy translate that shit for you. Oh man, that'd be great, man. I'm fucking Genesis. There was this dude. Every guy that fucked up, his name is Mike. Okay, let me just put it that way. His name is Mike.
Adam and Eve. It's Mike.
It's Mike and Steve. That's what it was.
Oh shit.
But no, man. But what I mean, I take the Bible as just stories. It's a really good book to read for stories.
And like I may be a little bit more religious than you because I've grown up Catholic.
Yeah,
like I was brought up Catholic.
Catholic guilt.
I chose Christianity, I guess.
Yeah,
you know, because it was more like Catholic religion to me is like if you sin, you're gonna die. You're gonna burn in hell, and you will like, you know. For eternity.
You eat that butt, you're going to hell.
You know, and it
that's unsanitary.
It scares people. Like if you see,
it turns them off.
Like when we went to that Comic-Con and that dude was like with the sign like picketing like Comic-Con, like you guys are like, you know, like I'm like, gee, that shit is like, okay, if you believe in a religion and you want people to come to that religion, you got to make it appealing. I'm not saying veer from the truth,
right?
But I'm saying you're not going to tell them all the bad things about the religion or bad things that could happen if you don't follow the religion. You want to tell them the good things that'll happen if you follow the religion.
But wait,
because it's like this is what you could get from this religion. Because as a kid, I was like, I'm fucking terrified. I'm terrified to be Catholic. I'm terrified to sin.
And quicksand is a bigger deal than you think.
Yeah, you know, and I'm like terrified. But then as I got older and I was like I had more freedom to choose what church I went to and, you know, who to go to or go with. Like I went to a Christian church and it was more like, you know, come as you are. You like it's like there's the law of the Bible and then there's the spirit of the Bible. The law of the Bible is like if you do sin, like something you're not gonna physically just deteriorate and die. It's like if you sin or if you do something bad, something in your life is gonna go bad. Something like it may not be right then and there, but something in your life will like your relationships will die.
Right.
If you sin and you do something bad to thy neighbor, well, obviously your neighbor's going to hate you for doing whatever you did to them. And, you know, from there, like if he had, you know, like friends and, you know, it just, it trickles down like, you know, it kind of like, what do you call that?
Ripple effect.
Ripple effect. You know, and it does that. That's
respiratory system.
And that's where I'm getting from like Christianity. With Catholic religion, it was like do unto others as you would want done unto you.
So don't.
But if you fuck up, that's it. You're dead. Off with your fucking head. Like
kill you.
You know, like and it scared me as a kid. I was like, holy shit. And
see, but what about parenthood though? You could say the same shit about parenthood. Like well, I don't know about you, but like you kind of scare your kids into doing the right thing. Like, hey, man, you need to look across the street because that's a realer threat. You better look both ways across the street. You can get your ass handed to by a car. You know what I mean? Like you scare them into doing the correct thing.
I mean,
or to have good habits.
I've never like was like, you better not do that or else you'll get kidnapped. You know, it wasn't.
Oh, I'm totally like that.
See, but
I'm one of those parents. Hell
for
yeah.
me, that doesn't work. I'm gonna be like, do you want somebody to take you? Like, you need to stay next to daddy because all these people, like, you never know. Somebody might want to just grab you and take you away. And if you want that, then go ahead, go over there. But if you want to be safe and like stay with daddy.
See, because my wife one day she texted me. She was like, "Hey, I'm at Turner's," and I just happened to be down the street from that particular Turner's, which is it's like a fishing gun bullet place. So they were there. I came in and all their backs were towards me. So I grabbed my oldest child and she not screamed, but had that blood curdling.
Yeah.
I am in danger kind of yell.
Yeah.
So she didn't scream. She yelled like, ah! And my wife turned around with claws out, ready to just gouge, you know? And I'm like, I think I did my job then. Because that's the right move.
Was she wearing diapers at that age?
I don't know. No, this was just even, just a few months ago. That was the right move. You scream, you kick, you yell. And I didn't teach her to do that. I just said, through years, I'm like, if someone tries to fucking, if you don't know them, they're trying to take you, you do what you got to do. I'm like, you kick them in the nuts, you scream, you bite, you scream, stranger. You instill these fears, healthy fears into your kids. You know what I mean? That's what I'm getting at. I'm not saying that my technique is wrong or right. I'm saying that's what I did. And I think it displayed and it played out correctly because I grabbed her from behind. And she didn't know that was danger or daddy.
But see, that like goes to show that even though you're with mommy right next to her, somebody could possibly take you. But
you see
but now
you
it's
see
like
that video of the kid that was standing right next to the mom in like a donut shop.
Oh yeah,
he opened the door barely and just snatched her right out.
And she was like, "What the fuck?"
Freaked me. But then she snatched her right back. I was like, "Oh, that was a hood chick. You mean taking my welfare? That's fucking
That's
money.
My support.
Hell yeah,
that's my income." Nah,
but I don't know how we got in there from Pyramids of Giza.
No,
but instinct, like I think that's how we got it. But like, if you want to learn human instinct, watch a baby. Just watch a straight up kid, and they will do the things that they need to do. I read a story how a 7-year-old or maybe a little older survived in the woods for 10 days or 11 days.
Holy shit!
Me and you could not do that as adults.
Wasn't that Jumanji or something?
No. Fuck you. No, it was a real story. It was
No.
It was a little girl, and she did it, and they found her. But it was modern day, so I'm sure she read some stuff or whatever, or at least I hope. But she was lost in the woods.
7 years old?
That's maybe older.
That's still pretty young.
A bear didn't eat your ass. Yeah. Whew. Scary stuff. But yeah, dude.
Like where bears are.
Man, and that's what's the problem nowadays. There's again, I mean, I was bitching about it on the last podcast about adversity, but again, these guys that were like, who's gonna eat these berries? They smell pretty good. Hey, let's get Tim to do it. Me and you see me and your ancestors were like, let's get Tim to do it. Yeah, fucking dumbass Tim. and then me and you, so we was in the pack. We was up in the pack, but we weren't together because if we were together like side by side, they knew some shit was up. So I had to go on the other side of the pack, and I looked at you on the other side like.
And right when we got to Tim, we were like, these berries look good.
Did you try some? Yeah, I had like 10 of them already. Duh, do you want to starve to death? Tim. Fucking Tim.
Let me get some.
There's a Tim in every group.
But
yeah, I know. But think about it. Thank the gods is what I would say. Thank the gods.
There's no I in team, only in Tim.
But yeah, me and you are here recording a podcast because of them. Because
Thanks,
of
Tim.
Yeah. Because of Tim, we're here.
Cheers to Tim.
Yeah, cheers to Tim.
But yeah, man, like it's
can't even imagine. Yeah. Can't even imagine that would freak me the fuck out, man. So, dude, you were telling me about a movie a while ago named Chappie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't watch it. I don't know if it's available to download or watch or Netflix
on
or
on your Kodak. Look that up.
It'll. I don't have Kodak. I don't know what you're talking about. So, but yeah, I'll look it up some way somehow. But Chappie and like again, I'm a huge Joe Rogan fan, and he had this show called Joe Rogan Questions Everything. Yeah. So there was an episode where there was this woman. She downloaded her life partner. She was a lesbian. Okay, can I just say that just to speed things up?
She downloaded.
Her lover's consciousness into a computer. So what happens is she built a bust. You know what a bust is, right? From like. No. This is real. Joe Rogan went to this chick's house.
Oh shit.
So you know what a bust is, right? So basically the middle of your chest all the way to your head. Okay.
Yeah.
So she made a silicone bust or lifelike bust of her life partner and downloaded her consciousness into this computer. So Joe Rogan went over to the house and she was talking to the chick that was actually alive. She unfortunately lost her life partner via cancer or something bad, and it was terrible. But so he started like straight up talking to this computer, just straight up talking to her. How are you? Hey, I'm good. And just going about his day. And he asked her question after question after question, and one of the questions like got a little intricate for this computer, and she goes, Joe, called him by his name, just but hey Joe, you're acting silly, don't do that. And it's like, whoa, the computer, the thing. Yeah. It's like, so was that? And the thing that I freak out about, like with Chappie and all that stuff, and like I was just watching iRobot, like not even a couple hours ago.
Yeah,
it freaks me out what we would call alive, living. And I've been contemplating this, lately. You know what I mean? Like, what does it mean to be alive and aware and all these words that would try to even, what's the word? Like, try to describe life. You know what I mean? And I've been freaking out about it like for like a week now. There's Chappie.
Yeah, and it's funny because he like gets like held up or kidnapped by some gangsters, and they like kind of teach him, like he's holding a gun, and they teach him how to hold it like sideways, and like he's wearing chains.
Yeah,
so he's like, it's like a accelerated baby. Like when they first started, like he was first made, it was like a newborn baby. Like
right,
he needed to learn stuff, but he being a robot, he like
got it. Once it's learned, it's learned.
Yeah. It can't be undone, and yeah, it's just it's good.
But yeah, man, I was freaking out about like, what does it mean to be alive? Just in my car, because I have anxiety attacks in my car because I'm alone, and like
serious?
Yeah. So
damn, what the fuck?
Yeah, I know it sucks, but I was sitting there and I'm in traffic. And I would not consider what I go through traffic because I go against the grain. Like everybody goes to the 8, the 805, the 5.
You
and
just
all
get that like 125 to
just a little bottleneck,
94.
and that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's all I get. So I was thinking to myself, I'm like, dude, we're all like, what is these people don't exist as far as I'm concerned, but they're here. You know what I mean? Like
they're like fillers.
Sure. Yeah. They're soy. to my burger. You know what I mean? So like I freak out about that shit, like, and I start thinking like, is this the Matrix? Like, if you're like Mike, I know you're one of my best friends. Like I can talk to you about anything. I can tell you my deepest, darkest secrets. But I don't know what happens when you leave. You may text me, but I get it via phone. That's not you. That's my phone.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? Like I know it's you. There's a phone. But when I call you, but even when I call you, that's my phone.
Voice.
That's my phone.
Oh,
it's not you.
Yeah.
That's my phone.
That's crazy.
So I freak out.
Yeah, you freak me out, man.
Yeah, you freak me out, man.
Did you smoke before?
Oh, no, don't do that, Mike. I don't know what you're talking about, man. But that's where my mind goes because I'm a gamer. Like I have been in Lord of the Rings. I've been in World of Warcraft. I've been in the future. So my mind is a little more open than other people because of video games and what's possible. Flight, transportation, communication via mind, telekinesis, and all this stuff. All of that is very real as far as video games go. So where my mind is, I would love for all of that to happen in a good way, not a positive way, but like all that freaks me out. Like I can call you Mike, my best friend, you right in front of me. I know that's you. That's you. You're here. But when I call you, I don't know that you're existing. You could go to a pod and shut off for all I know. And, yeah, it freaks me out, man.
He's having a fucking Cheech and Chong.
Oh my
like,
God!
Man,
so, but think about what runs our lives nowadays, and why we are alive nowadays. Technology, electric, batteries, all of this stuff is alive and well, and very much running our lives. I don't know. If I go into the woods, is someone watching me, or am I just finally alone?
Yeah,
or do I have this romantic image of what it is to be alone in the woods by myself? I don't know, man. No, yeah. So like I've been freaking out about this lately, you know what I mean? I've always thought this, but like just lately it's really been hitting me.
That's
I don't know, that's you, Mike. Is that really you, Mike? I want to FaceTime every time. But even still, that's the phone.
You ever seen that movie War of the Worlds? War of the Worlds.
I've read Tom Cruise. I read the book, and then they died because they caught a cold or something. They couldn't. Someone went, "Hey, shit!" and they were like, and just like fucking died. What a shitty movie concept. What a shitty alien race. You're so fucking weak in your gelatinous ways. All of a sudden, a kid. Don't ever come around my family. They're always sick.
Kid farted.
Oh, yeah. And then and they have a gun to your head. They have this laser gun to your head that can melt it into mush. And all of a sudden you go, and then they just like keel over and die because of your flatulence. Okay. What a fucking weak alien race, all right? I'm going to eat a can of beans and fucking I'm going to fart into my hand. Remember you used to do that to your sisters? Yeah, and you throw it at this alien race. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a tank full of flatulence, okay? I'm going to drink a glass of milk.
The fart gun from
I'm going to have a tank, and I'm going to drink some milk. And I'm just going to be like, oh, man, are we there yet? Oh, Jesus. Hey, get it ready. I'm going to rub my tummy to
fire in the hole.
Oh, my God. You guys better save that for grenades. Fuck that alien race. That was the weakest alien race ever. Bunch of bitches.
But there was this paranoid guy that was like...
His name is Larry. And that's it.
But he was like super paranoid or whatever, and it's like that's what you're getting like right now. You're like, I don't know, man.
I freak out. You know. But again, though, I think I have this mentality where I can allow myself to go there, which it's okay. Like in my opinion, it's just like what if, man, and I kind of let myself go there in the right way.
Well, that's how I am with, like you said, like I am slightly more religious than you.
Yeah.
But I also let myself wonder, like, is that true? Like, I'm still questioning certain things. I still follow, because again, for me, I feel like the Bible is a book of morals.
Oh, absolutely,
I
agree.
It's a book of morals, like the whole David and Goliath, the whole Joseph and his brothers, how he became king. It was like, dude, Joseph became king because he did everything right. He did what he was told. He worked hard. He didn't, slack off like his brothers. Therefore, he eventually,
got a reward.
Certain things sucked for him because he was thrown in jail, and he was kind of like his brothers threw him down a well for him to die. But then he actually came out and became something. So it's just it's a book of morals, you know, and like as long as you do things morally right by yourself and by others, like you'll make it. Like do your homework. If you don't do your homework, you're not gonna get a you know, like it's like shit like that.
No, you're absolutely right, man.
And that's where I'm like in battle with my thoughts, because I'm like, that's how I think. But then do I go to heaven? Is like after I die, like all the things that I've done in my life, are they gonna add up? And put me where I'm supposed to be, whether it be heaven or hell or whatever. I'm still at war with myself with that situation. Yeah. Like, you know, tomorrow I'm gonna head to church.
Yeah, you go to church.
Head up to church. Fine. Yeah. And you know, and those words do, you know, keep your faith. Like, you know, just you know, be passionate, just, you know, give thanks. And I do give thanks. I do thank God, you know, like for what I've been through and what I'm going through and what I've got out of it, you know.
Thank God for Big Daddy Dominic Alvarez.
But, you know, like it's like I don't know. Still to this day, I'm still like, and it kind of sometimes, like when on the religious side, I worry like that I am questioning it. Because on the religious side, if you think about it, you shouldn't question God. You should just have faith and just know that he's going to take care of you. But then on this side, I'm like, well, I've been taking care of me. Like I've worked. I've made, you know, money to pay the bills. Yeah. And when I don't work and I don't make money, I can't pay the bills and I can't take care of my.
There's no amount of faith that someone would be like, I got you. You know what I mean?
You know, but then on the other hand, there's times where I'm like, fuck, I'm in a situation, I'm in a super serious bind, and I don't know what I'm going to do. But then I'm like, you know, everybody's like, man, just keep faith and just, you know, just, and I'm in my mind, I'm like,
see, those people say keep faith that have a full-time job still, and they have benefits still. It's like, yeah, thanks. That shit so how about I keep faith at your house for, you know, I'll give you $200 in rent. You know what I mean? Like, I don't, you know what I mean?
And it's like it's easy for people that have something to say, man, just keep on. Versus the dude that, like, you know, me when I'm in hard times, and I'm like, fuck, like, you know, and I'm like, fuck, like, what am I gonna do? But then I'm like, I think in my mind, I'm like, oh, God's got me. Yeah. God's gonna help me out. Yeah. And believe it or not, like I get a check because I worked at a certain place, and it was like this place versus the state. They lost because they were like pretty much like not, you know, paying their employees, and you were an employee at this one point, so you get $150 check because, and it's like, it's not necessarily God just saying, here, you're blessed, you know, you know, but it was like, oh shit, I was in need of $150 because I needed to pay this bill or I needed to do this, and it just happened to fall in my hands with, oh, you're a part of this claim that you signed off like back in the day or whatever, and you get $150 for this, you know, and it's just, it's just little stuff like that, and it's like, it's kind of like on my side.
It does work out. It works out for you,
but because of the faith.
Yeah, like it's those little miracles in life that like you can kind of chalk it up to because of God, because they have faith. You know what I mean? You can, but for someone like me, shit just happened to happen. You know what I mean? It was a super coincidence, you know, not just a coincidence. It's a coincidence that I needed 25 cents, and all of a sudden, I kind of look around like, oh shit, yeah. It was like, oh shit, there's a dime right there, or whatever right there, and I can enter it and get my water for my 5-gallon jug, you know. Yeah. But like for like those things, those major things in your life that you're like, dude, I'm down and out, I'm at rock bottom, I don't know what to do here.
Yeah.
Where do I go? And then the only answer, quote unquote answer, is to go upstairs, you know, and start begging, or not begging, and then, praying, and you know, and you get all that, and then you do get your answer eventually. But like for me, I'm like, dude,
I think it's just because I've even been to I've been invited to these seminars by family members or whatever, those stay positive seminars where like, as long as you're positive and you say, I'm gonna get this house. You're gonna get that fucking house. Like, you know, and I've been to those.
What if you make $10 an hour? I'm gonna go get that goddamn house, lawyer.
And it's like a mental thing. Like, it's like when you really want something, like you keep it in your mind that you want something and it'll happen.
Right.
You know, and that's what those seminars would do.
Right.
And that's how I feel, you know, again, at war with my whole religion and like the whole believing and keeping faith, or is it just doing what you got to do?
It's undeniable that persistence, consistency, and hard work always pay off, no matter what. Now, at what level, that's different. I mean, because you can work hard, but you can work the minimum. You know, you can always work the minimum, and you can still get your dream. But it's not your ultimate dream. You're like, it's somewhat of the dream. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like I said, one of my smaller goals in life, or first off, one of my goals was to start a podcast. All of a sudden, we're approaching 50 episodes. Yeah. Very satisfied with that. I'm super satisfied with that. But that's not enough for me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep going. We are gonna keep going. We got a little bit better equipment, a little bit better of a setup. It's the same like house, but we're getting more professional. We know each other now, and we know our rhythm. We know our stuff because we put in the time and we put in the work. Yeah. But did that have anything to do with the man upstairs? No, I think that was just me, 100% me and you.
Yeah.
I came up with the logo. You made it even better. You came up with the beat. I was like, this is great. Like, it was 100% collaboration between two friends that happened to live in this lifetime. And that's my thing. Like, you know, I understand why you're at war with yourself.
We put in the consistency. We kept at it. Like, like that. And again.
And we have 100% support.
Because I have so much, like, family and friends around me that are religious. And I've grown up with them, and my family is religious. Mm-hmm. That's where I'm kind of at war with, like, my beliefs. Is like, I
let it go. Huh? I had to let it go because I don't have a lot of religious people around me. I mean, I have a super religious person that lives with me, but other than that, like, as far as my parents, my brothers, sister, or aunt, uncle, whatever, I was like, they weren't really like. It was basically Easter. You dressed up, you hunted eggs, and that was pretty as religious as that. And Good Friday came around, and I was like, why can't I have carne asada on Good Friday? Like, I don't get that. Like, I'm not going to hell because I have a carne asada burrito on Friday. Yeah. You know, so I never got that. It just did not make sense to me. And finally, as an adult, you know, I was like, I'm going to have to let this go. Like, I can't do this. I'm not happy with these things. It was very minor in my life, but I wasn't those things. So I had to let it go.
Yeah,
and I don't blame you for having the things, the little battle in your moral battle.
It's just like it's kind of like with the election thing because I actually went and voted.
Yay! So you actually voted.
Yeah, I actually
good for you, Mike.
After,
but you didn't vote on the president though, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, good for you, Mike.
You know,
first time?
So, yeah, it's my first time voting.
You're welcome.
Ever.
You're welcome. Bing! You're welcome.
But you know, it was just like I didn't believe in the whole presidency that we like our vote really counted. Yeah. I did vote on like our cities, you know, our states, you know, issues or whatever. But again, my personal, I don't believe our vote counts.
Yeah.
They do what they want when they want to, which, you know, it's kind of proven like.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, think about it. It's in our lifetime, me and you, Mike Marrera, Big Daddy. What was your real, true first president that you knew of? That I knew of was Bill Clinton.
Yeah, Clinton.
I was very aware of. But we had like one more before that. What was it? Jimmy Carter? It was...
Before Bill Clinton?
Before Bill.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, no, it was Bush. Bush was the big Bush.
Oh, the older Bush.
Older Bush was before Clinton.
Daddy
right?
Bush.
Okay, so, yeah. Maybe,
was he?
Maybe it was Carter. I don't know. Anyway, look it up. Well, yeah, you have a fucking keyboard in front of you. Jesus Christ. Let's look that up before we sound very stupid. We already sound stupid. But
they're like, motherfuckers have a keyboard in front
so
of them.
who was the president before Bill Clinton? Mike keeps typing in Google Yeah, the Google site.
Before Clinton.
Clinton, yeah. Yeah, it was Bush. Okay, so it was Bush. Okay, so
George Herbert Walker Bush.
Woo! So that was a Republican. Then Bill Clinton was a Democrat. Then it went Little Bush, Republican. Obama, Democrat. Now Trump. So there's this alternating, and which goes back to my freak out thing, man.
Yeah, man. They're watching us, man.
That's called a pattern, my friend. That's a geometrical.
Is that what that's called?
A pattern. Pattern. It's not pate. Pattern. But I'm saying that is a pattern. So your little conspiracy, that's not far from the truth.
Yeah.
That it doesn't matter. We're gonna alternate, but it was Reagan was a Republican, then Bush was a Republican. But if you go to Reagan's presidency, like his run, in my opinion, I think he's more of a Democrat than anything. He was an actor. Fucking dude was an actor. Yeah, he was. You think you laugh? He's a fucking actor. Anywho.
But yeah,
I freaked out about that.
No,
but good for you for doing. You voted on what you thought was right.
But the reason why I voted, a big reason why I voted was
me and Rich gave you shit.
No, it was just everybody around me, like my family and friends, were really passionate about voting. So, in honor of them, I guess, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go vote. I'm gonna go make a difference.
Yeah.
In my personal thoughts, I don't feel that my vote even pushed the,
didn't even make a ripple on the Richter scale.
Yeah, exactly. So me personally, I thought that, but since you guys were like, dude, you gotta voice your opinion, especially.
Well, see, we weren't like that, but we were just I'm gonna do it.
You and Rich you and Rich were like, I respect your, but I had other friends, that were like, dude, you gotta, at least just don't be the non-voter, because if you don't vote, you can't complain. So
I'm with that. Like,
so I'm like, okay, I'm a vote, and when I do vote and what I vote for doesn't follow through, it just brings me back to square one, where I know my vote doesn't count. I don't feel that it counts. But because so many people around me, like religion, so many people believe in this, so I'm like, okay, I'll go to church. I'll go to, Easter Sunday. I'll go to church, and Good Friday I won't eat meat. Because I care about these people that are around me, family, friends, and just to satisfy them, I'll do it.
Yeah, but see, and that sucks though, and that's where I kind of go, man, what a lemming mentality. What a lemming mentality. Like that video with when that lady went into the doctor's office, and every time they hear the beep, they all stood up. And she was the only one not in on it.
No, see, but that's just straight up stupid. If I heard the beep and everybody stood up,
I would at least ask, dude, what's the,
if you go on,
what's
YouTube,
the beep about?
I mean, you can.
All right, so there's this quick video, and this lady goes into a doctor's office or some kind of waiting room, and
she's in the waiting room.
She's in the waiting room,
and a beep goes off in the waiting room, and she's new. She just walked in, and there's 5-10 people there. She goes in, the beep goes off, and everybody but her stand up, and then they sit down. And then the beep goes on, or the beep goes again, they stand up, sit down, and she's kind of looking around like, what the fuck? The beep goes off again, they stand up, she kind of hesitantly stands up with them, and then sits down. And then the beep goes off again, everybody stands up, and she pretty much continues and follows everybody's standing up, and sitting down.
And there was no end to that video, right? It just stops after.
Well,
that.
no, it goes to other people, other new people come in, and they one dude was he actually asked and was like, "Yo, why are you standing up?" She's like, "I don't know." The beep goes off and everybody stands up, so I did it, and then the beep goes off and he ends up standing up and sitting down, so it kind of goes on. Or whatever. It doesn't have a point to it.
Yeah.
It just says, people are such sheep
Yeah.
You know, that they follow what
goes back to Mike when you call me, man. I don't know. That's you, man.
You know,
but it does though.
In that situation, for me, like being just me, I'd be like, unless they tell me to fucking stand up, I ain't fucking standing up because the beat went off. Like, what the fuck? Like that's me.
Yeah.
I mean, that's me knowing about this video.
I got bad knees. I'm not fucking getting up that fucking much.
I'd be like, you got to explain why we're doing this, or else I'm not fucking
or
doing
unless
it.
you give me some crutches. I'm not fucking getting up. You know, I'm here for doctor to tickle my balls.
Yeah,
I need a consultation.
Check my shit.
Fuck you guys.
But yeah, it's crazy. I mean, but see, that's not why I did it. It wasn't because I'm okay, I'm gonna follow the crowd. I did it because my friends believed it. No, I did it because you guys believe in it, and maybe because you guys believe that my one vote could tip the scale in you guys' favor. That you guys.
Well, hold on.
You guys are my friends.
If it came down to it, we
Yeah,
didn't say
yeah.
like,
If
you
it
know
came
you're
down
right.
to
Like
it.
we're like, dude, if it came down to it, that one vote does matter, but we're gonna
And
vote
then
because I
I'm
feel
like-
that it's right.
and
it's an obligation.
Yeah,
you know?
and in my
there's
mind,
there's hundreds and hundreds of countries that they don't even get that right.
Yeah.
They don't even get that right. They're still kings. They're still kings and queens.
Yeah.
In 2016, kings and queens to this day. And we thought democracy was the fucking shit. And all of a sudden it's like, nah, no, because I'm the king. I don't think anybody's doing that. I'm
Yeah.
just saying. But yeah, no,
But
I just think it's a privilege. I think it's a privilege, and I want to execute that privilege.
yeah. I mean, I get it,
Yeah, I know you do.
but at the same time,
Beep.
I'm just like,
Mike stood up.
at the same time, I'm just like, my vote didn't matter, but I voted because I know who everybody's gonna vote for. Like, well, all of my friends.
Hold on, we all thought Hillary was going to
I'm
stomp
talking
him
about.
out.
I'm talking about my friends and
Oh,
family,
okay.
my personal
All right.
people
Oh, okay.
that I want
Oh,
to
my
win.
bad. My bad.
Like all you guys, like hands down, fucking voted for Hillary. Like ain't nobody vote for Trump, and if you did, you probably get unblocked like Trevor or blocked like Trevor.
Hey, man! Now I got to edit that shit out.
Edit it out. So what? It's our show. But anyways, like
you, man.
yeah, like so like I already knew who my peoples were voting for.
Yeah.
So I was like, I went in there, I voted for the person that my peoples wanted, and because I mean, like to be real with you, I don't like either of them, and I wasn't
I wasn't
going to vote for
there wasn't a great
Gary
choice.
Johnson because like third party never wins, supposedly.
You know what, you terrorist?
No, because if you look, and it's funny because there's a post where it's like Donald Trump was at 48.3, and then Hillary Clinton was at 48.1, and then 2 point something was Gary Johnson, and they're like, see, these people like that could have voted for Hillary went with the third party, and like. It could have tipped the scale, supposedly.
Yeah, well, hey, look, it's a democracy, and we do what we got to do. And
I just want Joe
this
Biden.
has to be.
I just want Joe Biden to become president.
Have you
he
seen
would
all
make
those?
this country on fleek.
I don't know that one. I mean, you see all the memes.
Yeah,
you see
the
all
memes
the
of Obama. That's why I'm saying it's just fucking hilarious. He's like,
They're
I
like
left.
the
He was like,
funniest
I
shit.
left.
I took all the pencils in
He
the
was like, I
Oval
left a
Office.
Kenyan passport in the drawer. To fuck,
Oh,
just
yeah.
to fuck with him. And he was like, and I put a prayer rug in your room.
And then, hey, in the bathroom, I put a prayer rug, and then he has a picture of Obama, like Joe. Yeah, man, nah, we live in a really good and interesting time, man. And now you guys have a really good insight to how I freak out every night and why I have insomnia. Because it makes sense though, right? To have a compelling argument.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know that's you. I don't know that's you. My phone's talking to me.
And you never know, like me using my phone, it's probably like transmitting like little signals to be like, this is what you talked to Dominic about. So when I come
Well, yeah,
and I get here and you're like, remember what we talked about? And I'm like, Yeah. I totally remember.
That's the thing. Like, you don't know what you did yesterday. I mean, we know what we did yesterday, but do we? Or was that a thing that someone told us that's what happened yesterday? Yeah. So, but we don't know that. We can't prove it either. I'm sure Neil deGrasse Tyson. I'm sure he'll fucking shut our shit down. Oh yeah, whatever. I love that dude. What?
Who?
What did you just say?
Who are you
Neil
talking
deGrasse
about?
Tyson? Like one of the smartest motherfuckers on astrophysicists on Earth?
Man, ever? You don't even know where your respiratory system is, let alone
in my colon. And that's all I need to know. A little bit of lubrication, you get my respiratory going. No, Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's I think he's an astrophysicist. Oh, okay. He's like just one of the smartest people on Earth. He's just super.
Of course, anybody.
But the thing is,
a random person walking on the street can come in here and shut our shit down. Like,
yeah, that hobo that was outside of the bar yesterday that was programmed. I think he was there. But no, he's super smart. You know what I mean? He's just like extremely smart. And then no, you didn't.
It's post game. Man, fuck you.
Okay.
Popping pills over here.
And you're going to be a pharmacy tech. Hey, can you OD on Tums?
Oh.
All right, man.
Oh, that's good.
I'm tired of your shit. We're going to get a hold of us, man. I'll do it. You can get a hold of us on
mod4up@gmail.com.
He finished his tongues.
Hit us up on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and listen to us on SoundCloud, iTunes, and YouTube.
You know, my first goal, one of my minor steps of the show is to get my first sponsorship, like, of the show. Tums, if you're listening.
Yes. Tums, we are frequent user.
Frequent users of your product. Right in front of me.
Both pregame and postgame.
I don't have to do that. That was rude. You just took it in front of me. But it was more interesting how he took it. He tied off his bicep like he was going to get give blood. And he injected himself with Tums. What a crackhead. Hey, do you snort Tums? That's why you always like cut up the Tums in front of me. You take a bump of Tums, though, bro?
Tum bumps. Some bumps.
Oh my God.
It's a new thing.
We're so old.
Shit, we are old, dude. We stopped partying at 9 o'clock yesterday.
Oh my God, we tapped the fuck out, man. We were yawning. I didn't let anybody know. 7:30, I yawned for like an hour. It was an hour-long yawn.
He acted like he was laughing, like,
But I did like that skip. Like you said something so funny, I started slapping my knee. I was like,
you go down so you know what Oh, that shit is funny.
mod4up@gmail.com, mod4up anywhere. That's a somewhere. You can find us. We'll be there.
Yeah, like we were at Rich and Dom's show and none of y'all showed up.
Thanks, guys. Actually, they all showed up,
yeah,
but
a lot of
not for us.
But
hey, congratulations to Rich and Dominic at the Draft House.
Yeah, man.
Man, that was so much fun. We have seen so much people that were important in our lives and meant a lot to us, and just
like all of our listeners.
Yeah, to rekindle those fires and just to say hello was very gratifying, and it meant a lot to me, and I loved it. I hung with my boy Mike Marrera. I hung with my girl, my wife, my life partner. We hung out. She had a good time, and we all just like, it was a blast. You know, it was just we got to be
well,
adults.
Both of
again.
our girls got to chill together. And,
yeah,
and we were double dating.
Dude, double date in the house. And dude, so congratulations at Deep Rooted, at Arentia SD. Man. All of you guys that came out to see Rich and Dom, thank you very much.
Yeah, and the future podcast coming out soon, the Par Bar.
Yep, Par Bar coming out. Actually, I think it's going to release very soon. They have a few in their pocket already, so yeah, they're ready to do it. Please give them a shout out and show them the love like you don't show to us. So, all right, man. Anything else?
Nope.
I'll catch you cats later.
All right, peace out.